College football playoff national title is set. We are on to NFL wildcard weekend. However, the way Indiana has been playing, they could probably win a game at the next level, too.
They're old enough. Unconfirmed reports. A lot of people now calling this conference the Sig 10.
It tracks.
We're here for it. Here's how it went down in the ATL, where the Hoosiers just balled out all three phases. Coach Sig leading Fernando Mendoza and company into the Peach Bowl. First pass of the game for Oregon, and it's going the other way. Dante Moore picked. It was D'Angelo Pons who did it. Brian Haynes, the defensive coordinator, said the plan was bait it, bite it, take it to the house. I'll be honest with you. He said, I think the biggest impact was what it might have done to that quarterback. He wasn't wrong. Moore would settle in, at least in the short term. Ensuing possession for the Ducks to the tight end, Jamari Johnson.
Good throw.
Yeah, touchdown. We're all square at 7. If you're Oregon, you're like, hey, man, we spotted him 7 points, so really we should be up 7-0. Now, the problem was you had Elijah Surratt, 22 years old, to Indiana by way of James Madison, part of this talented Dukes squad that traveled to Bloomington with Coach Sig, and then Mendoza to Omar Cooper Jr. Omar coming. He was the hero in the Penn State game. They didn't need him a lot.
Catch of the year.
Last night, 3 grabs, 17 yards, and a touchdown on his evening. Let's go second.
Ball.
That ball comes out, and it's a little bit of a friendly fire situation because you can see Moore bringing the ball back. He hits his running back, Dierre Hills. Hills' arm right there, and Will Stein, the Oregon OC, said that's a freak deal, man. It was just the story of the night. Yeah, it was. Turnovers leading to Hoosier points. Kalen Black is in. Hoosiers, they have 8 4- or 5-star recruits. Oregon has 56. Indiana had 14 points off of turnovers to that point. Mendoza throwing again. Look at the grab from Surratt. It's back shoulder. His nickname, Waffle House. Why? Because he's always open. And if you're not careful, you can catch these hands. Mendoza.
Depends on the time of the day.
Going deep for Charlie Becker. Charlie bit me. And that's the thing, man. It's a 6'4" dude who can jump and fly. And I see him at the meetings, you know, because I'm 6'. Indiana's up 28-7. Then later, ensuing Ducks drive. Moore hit by Daniel Ndukwe. The ball is out. Mario Landino recovers for Moore. 3 turnovers.
Wow.
His most in his Ducks career. You can see he has 5 turnovers against Indiana in 1.5 games this season. 7 turnovers across the other 13 games. What does IU do? Mendoza to Surratt. Touchdown. 5 touchdowns in the first 30 minutes of the game. And Will Stein, again, he said we spotted those guys 30 points, Gary.
There's a whole nother half to play. We're in the third quarter. It is 35-7. Mendoza scrambling, and he'll do it himself. But ball is on the carpet, but this is just the way things have broke for these undefeated Hoosiers. Pat Coogan. What up, Cougs? Recovers it for Indiana. Mendoza trying to become the first Heisman winner to get to a natty since Bryce Young in 2021 for Bama. They lost to Georgia later in the drive. 3rd and 5 inside the red zone. E.J. Williams Jr., the Clemson transfer, got it. Coach Sig, ecstatic. 3 minutes left in the third. Oregon down 42-15, backed into their own zone. Jeremiah McClellan, how? What a catch. Breathing a little bit of life into these Ducks. It's a 43-yard pickup. Oregon driving, and you know if this offense gets hot, Dan Lanning and these boys, they can hang them up. 4th and 1. Jay Harris stuffed at the marker. Jay Harris stick to SportsCenter. Ensuing Indiana possession off the blocked punt. 3rd and goal from the 3. Mendoza isn't done. Neither is Surratt. 7 catches, 75 yards back of the end zone. His second touchdown. Mendoza, 5 incompletions in the CFP. Compared to 8 touchdowns. 2 incompletions against Alabama in the Rose Bowl. 3 incompletions against Oregon in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Indiana is playing for a national title Monday, January 19th. The Heisman winner's 85% completion rate, 3rd highest in CFP history, behind only Tua Tagovailoa's 89% against Oklahoma in the 2018 Orange Bowl, and Mendoza's own 88% that we just mentioned in the Rose Bowl semifinal win over Alabama.
Football analyst and ball knower Sam Acho is with us. One of us here on the show yesterday picked Oregon. Wasn't Acho. As you watched that dismantling that Indiana put on the Ducks last night, Sam, what did that remind you of?
it felt like Indiana was playing on that video game setting Heisman mode. You know how there's like easy, medium, hard, and then Heisman? They were stuck in Heisman mode. From the first play of the game, the opening kickoff, it was game over. So after the opening kickoff, number 2, Byron Boston Jr. makes a bone-crushing hit. That's when you knew it was going to be a problem. But after that hit, you know it's Heisman mode, it's going to be a problem. After that hit, the first play on defense, a pick 6 by number 5, D'Angelo Pons. It's like, dude, Oregon hadn't even touched the ball yet, and they're already down 7-0. And oh, by the way, let's go to the fourth quarter. Special teams. Daniel Ndukwe with a block punt. They're up by 27. If you make one single mistake, you have no chance. And then on the offense, passing game, right, out and up, end zone. There was nothing that Oregon could do to stop Indiana in all 3 phases. They were stuck in Heisman mode.
Yo, we got the hit stick graphic going on this morning? Okay, dude. We loosened up the budget. Sacho, the Hoosiers now open as a 7.5-point favorite against Miami in Miami for the Hurricanes to pull off another upset in this CFP. What needs to happen in your eyes?
Miami must win when it comes to one-on-one contested catches and Miami defensive backs versus Indiana wide receivers. What showed up on tape all season long and even all game was Fernando Mendoza throwing to his receivers in contested catches and the receivers winning in one-on-one, whether it's Charlie Becker here, Elijah Surratt like you saw earlier, Omar Cooper Jr. That's going to be the answer. Now, Miami has done it before. We've seen pick 6s on the defensive side of the ball, but we also have seen dropped interceptions, missed opportunities by Miami defensively. They cannot miss any opportunities. They have to capitalize on any mistake that Fernando Mendoza might make.
Might be a little bit too early, but Miami, if that defense shows up compared to this Hoosiers offense that continually has showed up, who do you like more, Sacho?
I like Indiana's offense because it's not just this last game. It's been all season. They've won when it's mattered the most, whether it's a Penn State, end of the back of the end zone, a one-toe tap, or even in Oregon in their regular season when Mendoza threw a pick, he backed it up with a critical play. And so for me, it's the one-on-one contested catches for Indiana. I think that has the edge over Miami defensively.
Hey, man, he was right in this Peach Bowl prediction was Sam Acho, the national championship game, January 19th on ESPN. Sacho, thank you, sir.
Can I bum a cig?
Oh, not from me. Smokers or jokers. No, let's get to the Peach Bowl, right? We're talking about Curt Cignetti, the Sig 10 in full effect over, in this case, well, self-friendly fire, the Big Ten. But that is the Indiana Hoosiers. Hey, plus 18 in the turnover margin coming in. That margin got better from the jump. Jumping the route is D'Angelo Pons. D'Angelo, how does it feel? R.I.P. Picking off Dante Moore, taking it to the crib. First team in CFP history to score a defensive touchdown. The first play on defense. Indiana Sports Network, sound up.
Here's Dante Moore ready to take the snap. Drops back, throws the football. There we go! Intercepted! D'Angelo Pons! Touchdown! Unbelievable! D'Angelo Pons intercepts the first throw of the ball game, and this crowd is going absolutely mad!
Oregon would respond with a touchdown, but they're down again 14-7. And this, remember, a rematch of the October 11th game in Eugene that the Hoosiers won by 10. This one not as close. Moore trying to throw a screen. It's knocked loose by his own running back. Indiana's Mario Landino recovers. Indiana would score 21-7 is now the advantage. Now it's 28-7. Moore sacked again. That one may be on him. He had a lot of time. Landino recovers. 3 more turnovers, lost 2 fumbles through the pick. That ties a career high. It's also his most in a Ducks uniform. He had 3 when he was playing for UCLA. Oregon, 3 turnovers in the first half. Tie for the most turnovers in the first half of a CFP game ever. Indiana takes over. Great field position. Elijah Surratt is in. His nickname, Gary, Waffle House. But instead of catching hands, he uses his hands to catch. 6 passing touchdowns for Mendoza against 3 incompletions. Then Mendoza to E.J. Williams. 5 total touchdowns for the Hoosier Heisman, who now gets to head home to South Florida and take on a team in Miami that didn't offer him out of high school, which was just about 5 miles away from Miami's campus. We're about 5 feet away from Trevor Matich, our college football analyst here on SportsCenter. Trevor, when you watch Fernando Mendoza on tape, you think what?
Randy, I think he looks at college defenses with the same style that Tom Brady looked at NFL defenses. Most college quarterbacks will look at one guy on an RPO or 2 guys. Is it 1 or 2 deep safeties? But Mendoza's able to read the coverage, the entire coverage, and know where the soft spot is. And then, much like Brady, he's got the accuracy to get the ball not only to the right spot, But to get it there at the right time, it's one of the reasons that tight windows like this are no big deal for him, because of his ability to know where to throw it, but also to get it to the right spot at the right time. And so Fernando Mendoza, I think, is likely to be the first pick in the draft, because guess who has the first pick? The Las Vegas Raiders.
And who's making the decisions for the Las Vegas Raiders?
Co-owner Tom Brady. And so they have, I think, a lot in common in their approach to reading defense.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and Mendoza has what Brady didn't from his high school career, or rather, collegiate career. That'd be a Heisman Trophy. Let's look ahead to the national championship game. We have 9 days to wait now. What do the Hurricanes need to do specifically to slow down Mendoza and this Hoosiers offense?
Well, the Hurricanes defense will need to stop everything.
Oh.
I mean, we think of the Mendoza aerial circus, right? And that pass rush is good enough to be able to gum up those works.
Yeah.
The problem is that Indiana's a run-first team. Miami will have to earn the right to rush Mendoza. In the 2 playoff games, Mendoza threw the ball 36 times. They ran it 90 times combined. 36 passes, 90 rushes in 2 playoff games. And so Miami's great pass rush, it's mildly interesting until they stop the run first.
Protecting the football, it's funny, you can help out your own defense by protecting the football on offense, something obviously Oregon had trouble with last night. So it's going to be Indiana, it's going to be Miami, national championship in South Florida, January 19th on ESPN. Trevor Matich, thank you, sir.
Thanks, Randy.